Heavy Bag Boxing TV. That's my little bro.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
So shout out to my man Heavy Bag Boxing.
My boy at Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Subscribe to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Get at my boy Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing, all right? You heard it from me. You heard it here first.
Heavy Bags Boxing. Straight out of Norfolk, baby. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Strength 412 in the building. Shout out to my guy Trio, Heavy Bag Boxing TV. Get your bitch ass in here and hit this bag.
Just go ahead and subscribe to Heavy Bag Boxing TV because he be lit on his channel, no cap.
You are now watching Heavy Bag Boxing TV. Hit the bag.
Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV. Get in here and hit the bag, baby.
You are tuned in to Heavy Bag Boxing. Get your and hit this bag, dude.
You tuning in to Heavy Bag TV. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hey, yo. Get your dumb ass in here and hit this bag.
Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing. It's the one and only Blair the Flair. Woo!
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Zach, Super Duo, 6 out champion world. I'm giving a big shout out to my home team, Heavy Bag TV. You heard? Keep it live.
This is Showtime Sean Porter, and you are watching Heavy Bag Boxing.
Thank you for watching my dad on Heavy Bag TV.
YouTube, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What up, YouTube? Pigtail Heavy Bag TV, man. Get your goofy ass in here and hit the bag. Back with another one, the Boxing Trap, alongside my co-host, of course, the king of the casuals and the casual congregation, my guy RC, out of that Vegas. What up, baby? Oh, we got to get your mic. Unmute your mic. My bad.
Okay, there I go. There I go.
You go.
What's up, everybody in the chat? Everybody that's coming in, shout out to y'all, man.
Was goody, man.
Live from Las Vegas, another fight week.
Getting ready for this fight week for sure. Shout out to the chat. Jab Queen in the chat. What up? Of course, DJ's here. What up, DJ? 913 Boxer in the building. What up? Moving closer and closer to more fights. Definitely a fight this weekend. Of course, January 31st, we all looking forward to. Sorry about the tardiness, man. I be trying to get in here, but listen, we being consistent. I see. We being consistent, baby.
Hey, man, it's the name of the game. But guess what?
It off.
Hey, that ain't all. We about to turn it up a notch. We got some visitors in Las Vegas.
Yes, sir. And we're gonna inform you guys on all of that to come, especially in one of my favorite segments, the Casual Corner with Rob. Let's jump right into it, man. Yeah. Hot topic. Now I wanted to jump right in and shout out to my Aussie family and my guy, of course, my guy DJ enlightening me on this recent interview with the manager of Jai Opataya. It's intriguing to me, this whole Zuffa thing. It's coming. And listen, a lot of the times when things come that could be game changers, you be sleep in the beginning and then you wake up and Zuffa could be potentially running shit. So he sent me the interview for Jai Opataya's manager, and he gives us a little bit of details about this whole Zuffa thing and how it came about, and sort of what to expect from Jai Opataya. Let me see. Let me go ahead and run it real quick.
Media delighted to be joined this morning by promoter Mick Francis. We'll kind of jump straight into it, Mick, because obviously you guys shocked the boxing world with the announcement the other week, and I'm amazed stuff like that normally gets leaked. It never got leaked. It was like bam. I think the first look everyone got was Jai getting put on that trailer for Zuffa Boxing. So I don't know if that was supposed to go out or not, because I think that video went out before they actually announced it. So I don't know if you could tell us that bit. What was that? Was that the case? Or?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where that went up. Look, we came over here a couple of days ago, jumping up and down and saying, has Jai got it? My phone blew up, and as Jai's song was Zuffa, and I didn't know it was actually going to be announced. So if it's out, and we obviously posted a poster and done a bit of an announcement on our pages as well. And I got this guy on the phone and asking, if Jai was interested in coming across to Zuffa Boxing. I said, mate, I don't know much about it. And next minute they're on a plane. They come out to our event, and mate, everything they said to us really made sense. And it's something that Jai's been looking to do for a long time, is to have the support of a major network a major broadcast partner, and it's going to be obviously Paramount, and obviously a major brand like Zuffa Boxing. And the thing is that Jai has signed on to be the face of Zuffa Boxing, so therefore he's going to get a lot of publicity. He will blow up.
Can I save that one, because I want to get to that bit, but before I get to that, the obvious question that sticks out to me is Jai Opetaia, unified world champion. The fans love him. He does big numbers. You've just done 3 back-to-back sold-out shows in Australia. Was this the only offer you had from a promoter? Because when I spoke to you back in Australia last month, I remember you saying that he was promotionally a free agent, and obviously that appears to be obviously signed to yourself. But was there any other offers on the table other than Zuffa?
No, this is it. And the thing is, as I was just about to say, that Jai wants to unify the titles. He wants someone to believe in him, someone to support him and get behind. I feel as though that we didn't have any other option other than to join Zuffa. And one of the biggest concerns that obviously I had when we first started negotiation was the fact that they didn't recognise the sanctioning bodies. However, it's probably to sweeten the deal and to get Jai across the line is that they will let Jai fight for the titles and unify the division is exactly what he wants to do. And Jai's spoken personally to Dr. Khan and Turki Al Sheikh, and they've gave him their word and promised to get him the big fights and to get him the unification which he wants.
With regards to, let's just say hypothetically speaking, if Benavidez wins and decides to stay at cruiserweight, obviously we know he works with, I think he fights on Amazon. So would Jai be allowed to fight elsewhere, or has it just got to be Zuffa Boxing events?
But at this stage, it's only early and they're still finding their feet themselves, and obviously they would have a very clear plan, but it's a bit hazy in places because they do want to attract obviously the best of the best to their league, I suppose they can call it. And Jai's on a really great deal and a great opportunity and some big promises ahead. So there's a fight coming up very soon, and we're over here for a training camp, and we've had conversations about fighting on a major card at the back end of the year. A very good light heavyweight, another light heavyweight that wants to come up. So yeah, look, I just feel as though the opportunities are starting to be there for.
All right, so that's the manager of course, Jai Opetaia, filling us in a little bit about this whole Zuffa situation. And listen, according to him, Zuffa signed Jai Opetaia to be the face of Zuffa Boxing. the face of Zuffa Boxing. But he also kind of let the cat out of the bag saying, hey, listen, there was no other promotional offers. Nobody else
No
was
shit.
trying to jump in bed with, of course, Jai Opataya. Then he also alludes to saying, hey, they're going to be on a major card coming up, and they're going to be fighting a light heavyweight that's moving up. But what was interesting was he did ask the question about the cross promotion, saying, hey, David Benavidez got the fight with Zerto coming up. Depending on how that goes, could that potentially happen? And he says that, there's some hazy areas, I guess, with that whole cross promotion situation. I see immediately, what do you take from what you just heard from the manager of Jai Opataya?
Let me preface before I make this statement. I'm on here just on the platform as the co-host to give you the casual point of view, right?
When needed. But I do think you have a level of understanding of the boxing game a lot of casuals don't. But when needed, yes.
Can I also, with my answer, give you the pulse of what's going on in the boxing capital of the world, Las Vegas, right now, about this signing and about Zuffa boxing?
Yeah. Give me your opinion, and then add what's going on in the boxing capital.
Okay, my opinion, and believe it or not, echoes what I'm about to say. My opinion echoes the thoughts of Las Vegas and all of the casuals all over the United States of America and worldwide, for that matter, Tio. We don't give a fuck. So, shit.
You're terrible, man.
Bruh, Zuffa is not moving the needle with the Jai Opataya, whoever the hell that is. And guess what? Las Vegas don't care.
Well, okay, and for sure, right? But again, we just as boxing I want to say analysts in a podcast, we just trying to scratch the surface here to see what Zuffa's up to. That's all. We giving our perspective on what Zuffa's up to. We doing our due diligence and our short investigation about what they're potentially doing. Now, we know they signed Jai Opataya. He's supposed to be the face of Zuffa. And I know, of course, a lot of people just don't care because he's not a name yet. But this is going to be the guy that they're pushing. This is going to be the guy that, whether you believe it or not, give it a little bit of time, especially in that between Zuffa and everything else that he got going on between the UFC and with the TKO group and wrestling. This is a guy that people are going to come to know. Do you believe that?
We will come to know Zuffa and Jai Opataya as we have come to know OTX. And Pro Box.
Hey, these are companies that people know, whether you want to believe it or not.
Yeah,
right.
And that's what I'm saying. We will come to know them as we know OTX, Pro Box, Zuffa, all right here.
Right. So let me ask you this: your immediate thoughts, though, is this strategy from Zuffa to make somebody like a Jai Opataya the face of boxing?
What? Yeah. What did you say?
Zuffa boxing, I should say. Because the real face, he worried about prison right now, right?
No, the face is Benavidez right now.
Oh, the face didn't change. Your face didn't change.
Yeah, when the man retired.
You've been screaming that Javante shit for years.
Oh no, he retired. He retired.
He retired. Okay. But no, man. We just want to investigate, man.
Understood.
And I like the fact that that he has exposed a little bit of the details. So another thing that stuck out to me as far as the Zuffa boxing goes with Jai Opataya, is the fact that they promised him, in order, like he said, to get over the finish line and to make this deal. And if I'm not mistaken, if I heard him correctly, I think it's like a 3 or 4 fight deal, was that he could unify the titles. So Zuffa out the gate is coming in acknowledging the belts, even though they said they wouldn't, and they're only going to be acknowledging the Zuffa belt. They're, in order to sign Jai Opataya and to help him fulfill what he wanted to do, they're telling him, hey, we're going to allow you to unify those belts. Right? So that's already, one strike against, something that they said they wasn't going to do.
Right.
Right?
Right. I mean, my thing is this, Tio. I mean, Zuffa is in his infancy, so I mean, it's kind of hard to try to like get them to stick to their word at this point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they got to build a company, so you got to deal with the sanctioning bodies, but you don't have to. It's like so many unknowns, Tio. I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's so many unknowns, and right now it's almost like you're playing a guessing game. But like I say, I got out a little bit. I'm going to be out all weekend, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday at the Fontainebleau. And I'm just going to just delve around and ask some questions for people that's, hardcore, people that's in the business, people that have contracts with different promotional companies. I'm just going to ask a few questions on how they feel about it for me to give a fair assessment.
Okay, for sure. I appreciate that. And what I'm taking away from this, man, is Zuffa found somebody who nobody else was interested in. And sometimes that's the makings of some incredible stories. Now, it could very well fizzle out and be nothing at all, but it could be the beginning of something extremely promising, especially when you have somebody who has a country behind them, right, and can make some noise. Because whether you want to believe it or not, at one point, Tim Tszú's trajectory was crazy. And it's not to say that they can't duplicate that again with somebody like a Jai Opataya.
No. Shout out to Premier Boxing Champion.
Nah, I mean,
that was Showtime. They was on Showtime at the time when Zoo came along.
Yeah, but it also had a lot to do with a lot of Aussies, man, who was supporting Tim Tszú.
But what I'm saying is they put him on Front Street.
Yeah, which is what Zuffa's going to try to pull off. And again, not saying that they're going to be successful.
Correct.
But this is what they're going to try and pull off with Jai Opataya. And they're going to always be able to go back to Australia and have those big fights, 10,000 plus. And slap that on TV right behind one of them WWE events. I'm just saying. All right, man. I wanted to do this one as well in the hot topics where there has been a situation, of course, with Keyshawn Davis and I want to say a little bit back and forth between him and Bernie the boxer that has kind of made some headlines. I, for one, still feel like it was absolutely nothing. I didn't think either side said anything wrong or bad about the other side, but it was the perception, right? It was the fact that Keyshawn came out and said that he was moving on and that he was no longer going to be with Team Bomac or B&B, and that just didn't sit well with people, I guess. So they decided to try and create a rift between Keyshawn and his old camp. And I just never understood where it came from, except for, one of the Bernie the Boxer videos where he kind of alluded to Keyshawn could have made weight. And somehow, some way that was triggered into all of this negative press, I believe, for both of them. And then Keyshawn felt a certain kind of way because he released a statement saying he thought Bo Mack and Bernie may have been talking bad about him. I couldn't see that, so I didn't agree with that statement that Keyshawn put out. And, you know, that's my guy, but I'm always call a spade a spade. I didn't agree with that because, again, if you watch the interviews of both Bernie the Boxer and Keyshawn Davis, I just didn't see where either one of them said anything wrong. But this is the very last thing I got from Bernie the Boxer, and I think this summed it up in a nutshell. Let's check it out.
Hey, man, listen. It is what it is. Everybody got something to say. Either way it go is good publicity. Feel me? Everybody gonna be tuned in like a motherfucker January 31st for whatever reasons. You know what I mean? Everybody loves a redemption story. Everybody loves a comeback kid. And he's in that role right now. So all he gotta do is show up and show out and all that shit gone. Everything else is, that shit dead.
Okay. Well, I can't hear you. Someone called you, right? You gotta press them, like, ignore or something. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. I still can't hear you, Bernie. Oh, you're on the call.
Yeah, I gotta wait. I gotta call it. That's the businessman calling me. So you about to go? When you going with Schofield?
Pretty much after this next.
I ain't got nothing to do then. I'm gonna call the businessman back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call the businessman
He's
back.
probably watching right now.
Yeah, he probably watching my son. I'm gonna call the businessman back, man. It's all good, but like I said, you know, this shit ain't nothing. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And at the same time, like I say, shit, people can see how it is, what it is, but all I'm gonna do is tell the truth and be straight up how I am. Man, I didn't mean no harm. True story. And I'm saying it like this. I'm only just telling the truth. My thoughts and my sentiments was not out of no spite. It just wasn't. I don't care like that. I love working with Keyshawn. I think he a champion. But I don't do shit like that. I swear I done had them turn on their back on me. I done had them say, man, get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna be good. The Lord always take care of me. So I ain't worried about none of that. So I'm saying it don't matter that I have to get back at somebody like that. I don't have to come out and out somebody or because for what? I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that, bro. I'm not disgruntled about nothing because.
All right. That was Bernie the Boxer. And that was the most recent Mill. Shout out Mill City. I got to meet him at the Boxing Hall of Fame. Remember we bumped in Mill City?
Yeah.
Out there in Vegas, man. Shout out Mill City.
Always out here. Always.
Yeah, cool cat. But a little bit messy, in my opinion, with some of these titles. And I feel like just trying to create a rift between these brothers. But from what you saw right there, that was him actually live on Mill City. Keyshawn must have saw it, and he called him during the interview. So that was the interruption in the audio that you saw in that video. Keyshawn being a man about the situation and actually trying to call Bernie on the phone as he was giving the interview. But what you also heard from Bernie the Boxer, he said he loved Keyshawn, he loved working with him, and he thinks that he's a champion and that he basically didn't mean to say anything that was, he may have been offended by, you know what I mean? So I see this was something that, interested you a day or two ago, where you felt like Keyshawn may have said something or did something wrong. How do you feel about what Bernie the Boxer just said?
I mean, I agree with you. I don't think Bernie dissed him or anything. Bernie was just telling his truth. I mean, the media gonna do the media. I mean, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Bernie know that, and as well as Keyshawn know that. So, I mean, Bernie said something real big in that piece that you played. Man, this is all promotion, baby. All eyes will be on you. Take advantage of it next week, next Saturday, and show out, bro.
Yeah, bottom line. And for anybody who's trying to make that situation more than what it is, man, shame on you, bro. Because at the end of the day, I think they worked well together throughout Keyshawn's career over the last 4 or 5 years. And you know, I don't ever want to see nobody throw no dirt on B&B name or Keyshawn Davis. He gonna be able to do that himself. He already did that himself. he can fuck up his own situation himself.
All right.
All right, man. We got upcoming events. It's going to be a crazy week coming up. Let's jump right into the casual corner with Rob, man.
Well, it's that time, y'all. They back in Vegas. We are back lit again. It's the first fight in Vegas since Canelo versus Crawford. It's more on a bit of a smaller scale, but we got it going on, man. We got Raymond Muratalla defending his 135 championship belt against the young, upcoming, hot Andy Cruz, the gold medalist, the one with a lot of hype behind him. He's coming to town with his Philly brethren being Bozy Ennis, Boost Ennis. The whole team is here. Like I said, I can't wait for tomorrow. We're going to be in the Fountain Blue. Again, like I said, Raymond Muratalla, he's in the house. He's bringing one of the best trainers in boxing. The match with Bozy being Garcia. Like I said, man, it's gonna be hell of a time. And a lot of people have really been talking amongst themselves and amongst town, around town, especially today. And I know it's gonna heat up. That Israel Madrimov is coming back this weekend, and he's coming back at a new weight class, 160 pounds. Shout out to Madrimov. He took 2 hell of a beat downs his last 2 outings, but he has since had a shoulder surgery and a knee surgery, to my understanding, returning for this bout he has coming up this weekend. So it's supposed to be the Madrimov that got in there against Terrence, allegedly. But we shall see. And I damn sure gonna ask him about it. But anyway, like I said, man, everything's back popping in Vegas. And like I said, we kicking off the year with a Matchroom Brawl. Matchroom Promotions and Eddie Hearn. He has the jet is in town. Everybody's here. The lights, the cameras go on with the press conference on tomorrow, weigh in on Friday, Saturday they get down. And if you come into town, it will not be at the MGM Grand, T-Mobile, or Michelob Ultra Arena. It will be at the Fountain Blue Ballroom. So you have to go down to the north end of the script.
How many do the Ballroom and the Fountain Blue hold for this Andy Cruz?
750.
Gosh almighty, 750.
And so far, as of press time, where we're talking right now, they have sold 406 tickets. And my great friends here in the chat, y'all find a way to get in touch with me. If y'all see me, I'm going to have this merch on. Don't even worry. It's going to be the white, black, something like that. You find me, and I'll get you tickets to the fight. But you got to pay me. And this is what I'm asking. I'm only asking for 2 Reese's Pieces. And I get you tickets to this fight. I promise you.
Now, hold on real quick. Is that Madrimov going to be on this undercard?
Yes, he is.
So
he's debuting at 160 pounds. He is now a middleweighter.
Now a middleweight. That's what's up, man. My guy. Fight week in Vegas, always exciting, man. I'm kind of jealous, but of course you guys can look forward to Rob bringing us some good content from this week. All right, man, we're gonna jump right into the main event, which I feel like is gonna be a 2-part of the day. Let's do it.
Let's get ready to rumble.
All right, man. Jermell Charlo making headlines has come from up under that rock it appears that he is ready to get back into the ring at 54. And listen, before he left, he was the guy. This is the last lineal champion that we know of 54. This is the last guy who cleaned out the division. He got that Canelo fight where we all felt like he just didn't put in a real effort. And listen, it wasn't like Canelo completely beat him down, right, Rob? When we go back and you remember that fight, he did win definitively, but did he blast him and beat him down? No, I don't think he took a ton of punishment in that fight. But 54 is where he made his bones. 54 is where let's keep it real, he reigned. Now, was 54 this 54 we see today? Absolutely not. Now, the question is, for me, is can the return of the king of 54, and listen, he was the king, whether you like Jermell Charlo or not, can he return and disrupt 54? And now that the talks about Virgil Ortiz and Boots have kind of scaved off, and even the talks of Errol Spence and Virgil Ortiz have scaved off, we don't know for sure. Everything is in limbo, as Rod reported. That whole situation is on pause, and it appears that they could be eyeballing a potential matchup in Texas, to Texas native with Jermell Charlo. I see. First thing that jumps out at you when you hear that news, the return of Jermell Charlo, PBC back in play. Is that something that could happen? And is this something, is this a winnable fight for Jermell Charlo?
Man, it's been so long since we seen Jermell in, like, because I'm not even counting Canelo. And let me say this, y'all. I'm not a Jermell Charlo fan, but I don't want to count the Jermell Charlo versus Canelo fight, because it was like he just showed up to that. He got pushed into that, standing in for his brother and all. You know what I'm saying? But as far as at 54, it's been so long, man. It's like, man, I would have to do some research and rewatch this too.
Yeah, that fight happened the end of 23, so he's been out of the ring well over 2 years. But
the last time he fought at 54 was what, 20? The end of 21? No, I'm talking about at 54.
Oh, at 54,
21, huh?
Was it? No,
the end of 21. I think it was December 21.
Did he have a 2-year layoff before he fought Canelo? No.
I think it was like almost like 18 months, if I wasn't mistaken, before he fought Canelo.
Could have been about a year and a half. Yeah, so it's been a minute since he unified the division and became.
He got the undisputed off of Castano.
Castano, yeah. It's been a minute. But still, do you believe he's a formidable opponent? Somebody, of course, seasoned. Now that you got the Canelo fight, he's been around the block, and he's proclaiming that 54 is still somewhere that he can campaign and reign. Right. Even at the peak, though, of both Charlo brothers, I always thought they were exceptional fighters, and I still believe he could come back and make for some great fights. But when you match him up against somebody like a Virgil Ortiz, I still believe that that's a hell of a test for somebody like a Virgil Ortiz. I believe he would need some kind of tune up, or at least I would think so. Do you believe he could come back and jump in a fight like that and still, have a serious chance of defeating somebody like a Virgil Ortiz, who's just super hot right now?
I'm like this. I mean, with all the stuff that's going on with Virgil right now, with the lawsuit pending and all this good stuff, Tio, why don't he just activate his champion and reset status? Why don't he just do that with the WBA?
I'm not even so sure if that's still in play. But if you've been out of the division for so long, and that's still a great area for me as far as these champions in recess. Like it's 26, bro. It's 2026. He hasn't fought in the division in maybe
5 years.
Over 4.5 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Right. So can you still even be a champion in recess for 5 fucking years?
It looks like. Because he keeps hollering he's champion in recess. He keeps saying it.
Yeah, or he at least keeps saying that, you know, he's the king of the division. You know, he's coming back for what's his. And again, at the peak of both of their careers, man, I still thought they was great fighters. But what does he have left? That's going to be the biggest question mark. But
and shout out to Turkey, man. Shout out to Turkey for keeping that belt on him for 5 years.
What Turkey got to do with him keeping the belt on him?
You know, the man been Ring Magazine champion since before Turkey brought into the Ring Magazine.
Oh yeah. He's the last lineal champ. I don't even know how that works with the lineal championship. How long do you get to hold that until? Can you even get stripped of the Ring Magazine belt?
Because it's an award.
Yeah.
It's not no title that changes. It's an award.
Yeah. So that's food for thought, man. It seemed like everywhere I looked yesterday, it was Jermell Charlo this, Jermell Charlo that. And I like it, man. The more players at 54, the better. This is just such a crazy stacked division. It's like no matter where you turn, there's hella competition. I even seen a little expose on Brian Mendoza and his return to the ring. He's coming back. I still think he's a real good player at 54 and a problem for a lot of guys. But Jermell Charlo, nonetheless, most definitely looking to come back. Originally, I think before the Lubin fight, they wanted to or sent offer to Jermell Charlo, but him coming off that Canelo fight and making, $10 million, I'm not so sure that offer was lucrative enough for him. But now it appears he wants to come back to the negotiating table and revisit negotiations with Virgil Ortiz. So let me ask you this. When you look around for Virgil Ortiz now, you got the lawsuit in play, right? So you can pretty much...
He kind of off the table to me. If you got a lawsuit in play.
Right. So you beefing with your promoter. It's going to be hard to have that going on and trying to negotiate these different fights and put it in play because you're going to have to get the green light from your promoter anyway, right?
You can't even negotiate without your promoter. Your promoter is you contracted your promoter, and within the confines of that contract, your manager or you cannot negotiate. Your promotional company does your negotiations on your behalf.
I wish I would have got that. So Rick Meridian just released a video on his social media page. It might have been Twitter or Instagram, where he's contesting that the contract that he has with Oscar and Golden Boy doesn't state that he can't do his managerial duty and negotiate for his fighter. So that's the leg that he's standing on.
Right.
Now, I know people like you who feel like it's a waste of time for this lawsuit to be going, and Oscar feels the same way, but it appears that they have some sort of leg to stand on. I guess it'll come clear later on once this lawsuit is dealt with. But according to Rick Meridian, there's no way that he can't negotiate for his fighter. He's basically saying, man, I'm the manager. That's what I do. I negotiate for my fighter. So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. But again, all of that is roadblocks from Virgil potentially fighting any one of these guys. And I think it just kind of buries the whole Boots situation. I'm almost like, man, Boots is out. You know what I mean? It's probably going to be Earl or one of these, or Charlo, one of these Texas niggas. Just trying your best to get a beat or a pulse on what's going on. Who do you think Virgil Ortiz fights next?
I mean, like I said, they already got an offer and a standing deal with Al and Earl. I mean, that's your biggest money fight outside of a Boots, a Turkey funded Riyadh season funded Boots fight. That's your biggest fight other than that is the Earl fight.
Yeah, it's the Earl fight. And if I'm not mistaken, that Earl fight would warrant them to get 10 million guaranteed, right?
Guaranteed 10 million for Oscar.
For Oscar, okay. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Definitely want to know y'all's thoughts in the comments too. We got any thoughts on that? And the second part of the main event, the return of Deontay Wilder. It was initially reported that Usyk, of course, wanted to get Deontay Wilder in the ring. And listen, I thought it made a lot of sense for Wilder to want to get some type of tune-up. And now we're hearing news all over the place being reported by several different reputable sources that Wilder potentially could be fighting Derek Chisora, the European fighter, heavyweight, in his 50th fight, and definitely at the end of his career for April. Now, RC, I'm not so sure you've been privy to this particular news, but it looks like they could potentially be crossing the finish line with negotiations for Deontay Wilder to return and Derek Chisora to return, and for this to kind of sort of be a litmus test for Wilder to see if he even could potentially, possibly climb back in the ring with somebody like Alexander Usyk. Let me just ask you, do you feel like this makes sense for Wilder to fight somebody like a Chisora and get that kind of fight under his belt before maybe seeing a Usyk?
I mean, like I said, and I previously reported, and I have the email already that Wilder is supposed to be in Las Vegas against Usyk. That's what I have on my end. And like I said, that's like pretty much concrete. Like I say, if something came up that's Usyk got hurt or something like that, I don't know. I mean, deals fall apart all the time. But as I reported, and as I'm contracted, as I've said before, that I'm supposed to be in T-Mobile in April, quintessentially late April, at a Alexander Usyk versus Deontay Wilder fight. Now, like I say, I shout out to the sources and stuff like that. I'm just letting you know where they are paying me to be in April. That's all I know. I just know what I know. I don't know nothing about Chisora. And if he is going to be fighting Chisora, I know it ain't going to be in Vegas. Nobody want to see that.
All right, so you got Ring Magazine. They say it's close to being agreed. Boxing News 24. First Chisora, then Usyk. Fight Freaks, Wilder Chisora finalized in April. Bad Left Hook, Wilder Chisora in play for April. Boxing Scene, Wilder Chisora not quite over the line just yet. Tyson Fury picks Wilder Chisora winner. He said he fought him 3 times, but he'd be going for Chisora. So a lot of reputable sources saying that this is in play. I like it, especially whoever said Chisora before Usyk. I think Usyk definitely wants to stick to the script, get that Deontay Wilder fight, and get all of those guys on his resume. I think because the last time we seen Wilder, I think it was on what's the network that Bud Crawford Fight Your Boy.
No.
Black. Was it Black?
Black Prime.
Black Prime. I think that was Deontay Wilder's last fight. It was on Black Prime.
It was in Oklahoma City.
Yeah. And so maybe they want to get him on another major, major platform, see what he looks like, see can he handle business with Chisora, and then set that Usyk fight up. Give Deontay Wilder a little bit of buzz before fighting Usyk to make it kind of make sense. Because, listen, Deontay Wilder for a lot of fans now has been an afterthought, right? Speaking for the casuals now, in a time where you can speak for the casuals, has Deontay Wilder been an afterthought in the sport of boxing?
Oh, definitely. Nobody really been thinking about him. It was really like the meme of 2020, what? Well, 24 when he was running away from what's the dude name, man? When he was when he ran the other way.
When he spun him, that was Big Bang Zang.
Big Bang Zang,
yeah.
On that Ri card.
Yeah.
Yeah, so nah, bro. He really was just a meme to us.
For sure. All right, man, that's the main event. Let's get to my favorite part of the show. We want to hear from you, man.
Next caller. What up?
Yeah. All right. Real quick, man, shout out to everybody who's here in the comment section. I appreciate y'all popping up on your boy, man, and hanging out and being a part of the conversation, of course. Oh, Jab Queen in the building. What up? She been here. Mark Wynn, what up, boy? 913 is in the building. Let me put the link in the chat just in case you got something on your mind and on your chest and you want to get it off. Bada bing, bada boom. There's the link. Don't be shy. You ain't even got to turn on your camera. Some of y'all, I don't even want y'all to turn on your camera. No way. All right. Man, I'm excited for this week, though. RC, man, I'm excited to see what kind of content we come up with, man. Because
yeah, man, I'm excited to make my return, man. I'm going to holler at one of the OGs minutes after I get off this podcast. Minutes.
Word. Yeah, I tried to get us.
Oh man, everything running beautifully.
Yeah. We running smooth. Shout out to Zatel. I know y'all gonna have a good time. So he gonna just give you the free jump for the free.
That boy got 6 of them.
Oh yeah. He been doing this a long time. He's still out there in the scrums too. He got to get somebody to hold him down out there,
bro. That boy love it. That's where he love it at.
That's what he do.
That's it. That's where he at.
Andy Cruz and Murataya, who you got this weekend?
Damn, man. God damn, that man only got 7 fights. And Murataya coming in there.
Bro. 6. Huh? This is gonna 6 fights. This is gonna be his 7th.
Yeah, okay, well, and he going in there against Robert Garcia and Murataya.
Yeah.
Damn.
Gosh almighty. So what you saying? Murataya for the win?
I mean, Bose has been working with
and it might get knocked the fuck out this weekend.
It's possible
with his hating ass. They go 9. Let's bring my guy 9 up. What up, 9?
Man, what he do, homie?
What up?
Man, I'm listening to the news, everything y'all saying tonight, and it's so fucked up, bro. If y'all put everything in perspective, it's a lot of fucked up shit going on with the older fighters. Like, think about all those old PBC niggas, they really reaching. Charlo, take that nigga phone. Wilder, take that nigga phone. Thurman, take that nigga phone, bro. For real though, these inactive ass niggas. Think about it. Like, you know, we was talking about Spence. Yeah, man, he's been laid off, and Virgil wanting to fight Spence, and he been laid off all this time. Well, guess what? Charlo fought like a few months after him. They literally been gone the same time, the same year, bro. You know what I'm saying? Take these niggas' phones. Listen, if this ain't a money play, this is, hey, boxing fans out there, this is exactly what the fuck a money play is. When you got an older fighter fighting for money, this is exactly what it is. These niggas is throwing as much shit on the wall and seeing what's gonna stick. They trying to get some payday. They trying to get paid.
Facts.
Because the harsh reality is this. I'm gonna give you some economics one-on-one. If you're a boxer and you don't fight, guess what? You don't get paid.
Most stinking facts.
So guess what? 9 out of 10, bro, you probably borrowing and taking advances from what? your promotional body or your advisor.
Yeah.
It's to the point now, Al got to get these dudes paid so they can pay him back.
Well, Charlo just made 10 million 2 years ago, 2.5
And
years
how
ago.
much
I
of that
hate to
did he
think.
really owe? Because he wasn't the most active motherfucker before he made the 10 million.
True that. True that.
How much of that shit did he owe? After taxes, that's about 5.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this now. Even though they ain't the most active, right? And they more than likely are looking for paydays, which they should be because they have been inactive. But competitively speaking, you don't think maybe Jermell Charlo gives somebody like a Virgil Ortiz some problems, or any of these 54 guys right now? Not saying that you
no.
Not saying that you'll pick them to win, but not even competitive.
Bro, you seen what happened with Virgil Ortiz and Lubin, his inactive ass.
Well, Lubin had just had a fight. He had just.
You seen what happened? That more than the same is gonna happen. This
He was
is the
on
natural
Pro
order of things, bro. This is the natural cycle of things, bro.
But
Think about it. For years, older fighters, younger fighters test their metal against older fighters. These are just the older fighters that they gonna test their metal against. Guess what? Hector Camacho went up against the old ass Sugar Ray Leonard.
And I get it. I understand exactly what you're saying. But this is the same Jermell Charlo that knocked Lubin out in the first round.
Yeah, but you see what your boy Ortiz just did to him.
Yeah, I seen what Ortiz just did to him.
That's exactly what he gonna do to Charlo.
Lubin's no Jermell Charlo again. Jermell Charlo locked Lubin out faster than fucking Virgil Ortiz did.
Okay, well then, guess what? Ortiz, Boots, all these younger guys. Okay, what? Since Jermell Charlo knocked them out a lot sooner than Ortiz is, all right, well, fuck it, it'll go 3 rounds in. Fuck it.
Right. So you're not giving Jermell Charlo a shot at any of these 54 guys?
Bro, I'm not even giving Wilder a chance against Chisora.
God damn, for real?
All right, who's got the better resume?
Old ass, slow ass Chisora?
Who got the better resume?
Probably
Nigga, probably my ass, nigga, Chisora.
Yeah.
Guess what? If Chisora don't get hit with that shit, if it goes the distance, who's gonna win?
Chisora.
Maybe.
Exactly.
I don't think it goes the distance,
with that
though.
shit, he can. This is a 50-50 fight.
Man, Chisora gonna be there for that right hand. I don't think he makes it. He gonna be there. He too old and slow. He gonna be there for that. That right hand is gonna connect, bro.
And guess what? Wilder's gonna be there for that overhand too.
We gonna see.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an interesting.
That's what make it a 50-50 fight. That's why I was kind of like, damn, Usyk, you want to fight this nigga? Like, for real. Like, at one point though, man, at some point we gotta say, okay, we gotta protect these dudes from themselves.
Yeah.
Take these niggas' phones, bro. Y'all sit out, bro. Y'all sit out y'all prime years, bro.
So
y'all
according to 9, Jermell don't stand a chance against nobody at 54.
No.
Let me bring my man DJ in here. What up,
Before
DJ?
Get in, let me ask you a question.
Yeah. What's it?
Right now, I want you to stop what you're doing. Get off this motherfucking internet. How old do you have?
I'll be 43 this year, man.
You're gonna be 43, nigga. Go get your 18-year-old nephew, nigga, and play a pickup game right now, nigga.
I ain't finna die.
Exactly.
Yeah. I ain't finna die. No, sir.
Salute the D's too, man. My bad for cutting your time short too, homie.
But I mean, what are the Charlos? The Charlos only ain't but like 35, bro. How old are the Charlos? 35? Maybe 36?
They mid-30s. I don't know about 35, but
bro, y'all know boxing years is different than regular life.
Yeah, but again, when you couple that with the inactivity, not a lot of wear and tear. Wow. I don't know. It's just hard for me to sit here and say I'm not gonna give Jermell Charlo a shot at hell against any of these guys. I can't do that, man. This is the last
Jermell
lineal
Charlo is the
champion
greatest
that
champion
we
in recess that
seen
ever lived.
at
Let it go.
54. It's hard for me to say that. It's hard for me.
He's
That
the
man cleaned out
greatest
the
champion in
division.
recess that ever lived, bro. Shout out to you.
DJ, what up, man?
Look,
that boy now.
Nine, don't you go anywhere. The reason I come up here is because we all know that you need suitable adult supervision. Right. Now, let me
big facts.
First of all, Heavy.
Yes, sir.
You're the guy that told us on a live a couple of days ago or last week that the titles, the 3 titles that are on the line at 54 next weekend don't mean shit. You won't be watching them. You'll be watching the replay. Here we are now, a show about 54.
Private conversation between you and I.
Listen, think about this.
That was a private conversation.
No, I'm pretty sure we had it here.
No.
Look, anyway, aside from that, let me bounce a few things off all 3 of you, and I'll let you respond in kind. So, as best I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I can be wrong, so I'm happy to be corrected, right? That the only leverage that PBC and Jermell Charlo have with his champion in recess is that to enact that clause with champion in recess with the WBA means he affords the right to challenge for the WBA title. If he has a tune-up or he goes to the WBO or the IBF, everything's null and void. You lose your status anyway, right? So Virgil's over there with the WBC, interim champ. No, yes, under Fondora. Boots is currently the interim WBA.
Yeah.
Oh. He's bad as Zayas is mandatory.
Yeah.
I'm looking at boxing scene, boys, and it's saying that no, Barrow's the champion at WBA and Boots is the interim.
Okay, my bad. I thought it was
anyway.
WBO.
No, that's cool. Because it's important we're on the same page as I join some of these imaginary dots together.
Well, look, while you drawing them imaginary dots, give me 1 second, DJ. I'm about to sign out. I will be seeing y'all next week. I got reservations at Fontainebleau, bro. I got to get out of here.
All right.
Y'all keep it going. Shout to y'all.
Sir. Go get that equipment, man. We're going to need you.
Yes, sir.
All right. But go ahead, DJ. I'm right here with you, brother.
Because if you give me time to land the plane, Heavy, I'm kind of siding with you in some respects about Mel. Right? Okay. So, in my humble opinion, and I'm not shitting on the guy, Xander got his opportunity to get his belt on a top-ranked diet. It was there out of convenience rather than running through the big names to get his opportunity.
Absolutely.
Right? So, there's a sense that he was kind of only renting that belt for a little while until someone better come got it. Now, if he was to win against Bauru, right, I believe that an 80% Charlo at 35 or whatever he is still good enough to beat Xander for what would be both titles, right? Because Xander would have the WBA and the WBO.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah, that'll be right.
And Charlo and PBC would be able to enact the clause to not just fight for one belt, but 2 belts against the winner of Xander and Bauru.
Right.
Now, if Charlo hasn't lost too much of a step, and I really don't, the Canelo fight doesn't give me an indication of how good Charlo is at 54.
No, absolutely not.
It is what it is, but it doesn't really tell you how well he would compete with the 54 guys at the moment.
Yeah, that's two divisions away.
I believe there's a separation of skill at 54. There's some great names, great fights in there, but I still think that there's a separation between the top 2, 3, and the rest of the division at the moment. So I think that Mel Charlo is still at best guess, still better than a whole heap of them.
Yeah.
And we won't know until we see him in the ring. But the problem is that the champion and recess clause doesn't allow him to have a tune-up without him losing that leverage.
Without that and that status, yeah.
So that tells me that Virgil's off the cards, right? If he cares about his champion and recess status.
I think it's more of like Nine said, because I think Nine's right to an extent. It's about the money, right? I don't give a damn about that status if I can get a fight with Virgil and make, $6-7 million.
And that could be right, but remember how PBC have been showing us, if we're willing to watch, learn, and listen, how they roll. Al Heyman, despite whether you love or hate him, plays chess. So if he can manufacture by way of timing and convenience that PBC end up with 3 belts at 54, so that'd be speculative. Jamel Charlo's got 2 and Fondora's got the other one. Well, he's locked the division back up again and he gets to dictate terms. Then the problem is that if that happens, Eddie Hearn and Boots have to change tact.
Yeah. With that, perspective, it makes sense for Jermell to go ahead and challenge for the WBA. But he's been basically telling Eddie Hearn and anybody else who would listen to send him a contract. And he's just now publicly, called out Virgil Ortiz. So I don't know, man. I'm not so sure if Jermell's Charlo is, cool with the whole, let's just make sure PBC has all the belts versus I'm looking out for my own pockets.
But you pretend that any PBC fighter has got a choice. The advisor advises you where you will and won't go. Let's be honest.
Well, yeah. Absolutely. But, we can only go, I'm only going off of what Jermell is showing us. And a lot of the times, in my opinion, the promoter's willing to work with the fighter if that's something that they want. You know what I mean? But if I'll just telling him, listen, bro, it's only going to go one way. You're the champion in recess. You're going to be fighting for the WBA. It is what it is. But Jermell's giving us other indications right now.
Yeah, well, so if you just cast your mind back to November last year, all right? And I don't read into it, but remember Thurman and Charlo were on the phone together and Thurman was saying, look, I'll come up to 54 and fight you, Charlo. And Charlo said, well, who the hell are you? You ain't got nothing for me, which means he's got no titles, no nothing. So if it was just a payday, you could make a payday out of Charlo and Thurman with their historic fan bases, right? So this is where I kind of think that Al's just not going to throw away a bishop on the chessboard that is a WBA champion recess. I don't believe that. Now, it's boxing. Nothing will surprise me. But that's an ace in the pocket that you'll only use to your own advantage. You wouldn't just throw that away willy-nilly.
No, you wouldn't. Unless it's not there anymore.
It's there. It's there.
So is it still being reported on the WBA website that he's the champion in recess?
Yep, and still Ring Magazine, still lineal at 54.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, he has some leverage. They do have some leverage. But again, is it worth the disgruntlement of a short payday? Who does he make more money versus?
That's the short-term thing. He might not make as much money against a Xander or a Baru. But he stands to make a hell of a lot more if he's got both belts around his waist again for his next fight after that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pay you $100,000 so that your next fight's worth $8 million.
Yeah.
Because the price goes up as soon as you've got that bit of jewelry around your waist.
For sure. And I would rather much see Boots or Virgil go through somebody like a Charlo. You know what I mean? That would be a little bit more exciting and a little bit more of a bigger fight for me. You know what I mean? Instead of seeing one of those guys go through a Xander or a Baru.
Yeah,
for sure.
I feel that though, bro. But
Yeah.
what I'm
Have you
saying
been-
though, from Charlo's perspective, like if you take a trip down memory lane, right? Because like I say,
Hold
nothing's
that thought real quick now. And I hate to cut you off. Hold that thought real quick, but I just wanted to say this. DJ did make a good point. You don't even believe Jermell Charlo could beat somebody like a Xander or a Baru.
Well, see, this the thing though, bro. Like every once in a blue moon, the older fighter slides through the cracks. But I'm saying historically, look at Buddy, what's his name? Shannon Briggs. He literally went after Klitschko. Let's go, champ. Let's go. But he wasn't in the prime of his career. He was an older fighter. Like, let's go, champ. And fucked around. And he got the fight with Vitali, but he never got the Vladimir fight. And fucked around and marketed, let's go, champ. And now that's what we know him for. You know what I'm saying? Selling t-shirts and merch and all that other stuff. And that's how he was able. He didn't never get a fight after that. So that's the thing, though. These guys are just trying to get in and fit in for the money. Another example, too. I'm not going to put no names out there, but I know professional prize fighters who have retired, right? Had this big thing, I'm retiring. But then they're local fighters, right? They retired, they're not taking no more fights at home. But then they fly out to Germany and get knocked the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Because the money, because they didn't. I know it sounds funny, but it's the harsh reality, bro.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, when I look at this landscape at 54, I'm just saying, I ain't gonna count Jermell Charlo all the way out, bro. I don't give a damn how young these niggas is. That young boy Joy, whatever, he was younger, and Keith Thurman blasted his ass. I don't give a damn because these niggas young. A young nigga can get his ass whooped.
Yeah, but see, that lets you know there's still meat on the bone for the Charlo name. But other than that, what I'm saying is this is no hate. I'm just saying, nigga, I know your play. You're just trying to get a paycheck.
Oh, yeah.
You fucked off. You probably done fucked off the Canelo money. This is where the gray area, the rubber hits the road for me. Because I know he's calling them out, not for the competition, not for the sportsmanship of it. It's just the money play.
But is that so wrong? As long as we get a competitive fight?
But he's not looking at it as a sportsman, a guy who's trying to rise to the top.
That's what I'm saying. Who gives a damn how he's looking at it? As long as we get a good fight, I don't give a shit how he's looking at it.
But
you know what I'm saying?
That doesn't a nigga fighting for money versus a motherfucker fighting for glory and accolades and shit and for legacy, that a money nigga don't translate into a good fight. It never does. Bro, I told you a story, bro. I got hit with a right hand in my last fight. This motherfucker, my hands flew. Boom. It was in slow motion. I looked in the crowd and seen a motherfucker drinking a beer, bro. And was like, damn, that shit look cold than a motherfucker. And took a knee and went home.
But I'm just saying, it's a lot of fights out here. So Canelo versus Crawford. That was a money fight for Canelo. You don't
That's
believe
totally different because they cut from a total different cloth. These guys actually, we can tell in their actions. They care about their accolades. A guy like a Charlo, both Charlos, they didn't care about their accolades like that.
No, you don't believe that?
No.
I never got that from them. I thought these was two guys that was extremely proud because at one point they was both undefeated. At the end of the day, Jermell Charlo wanted to be undisputed. He accomplished that. Ton of legacy there. I think Jamal takes a lot of pride in his O. It's hard for me to look at them and say that they was never
nigga,
legacy
you take
fighters.
pride in your own, nigga. You fought a 140 pounder, Jose Benavidez.
That was a tune-up. He had nobody else to fight for real.
After that, then, if that was a
Well,
tune-up, because that shit been
it
like
was
3 or 4
supposed to have
years
been
ago.
Caleb Plant, but he lost. It was supposed to have been Plant, but he lost. It
Man,
fucked up the game plan.
Shout out to a nigga I don't even really talk to no
Resendiz.
more. Shout out to the homie Murph. He called that the Cocaine Invitational because they both was on drugs. That's all it was. That was
Plant fucked that up, man. Plant fucked it up. Just like Ryan fucked up the rematch. Plant fucked up that they had it set up to both of them. They was on a collision course getting supposed tune-ups, and Resendiz fucked that up.
Okay, then why didn't you fight Boo Boo? Because Boo Boo ran up on you. Boo Boo was still had
Don't
legs up under his
nobody want to fight Boo Boo. I don't know why.
Exactly.
Don't nobody want to fight Boo Boo.
So it's not for the legacy, bro. All that shit is controlled, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is they flourish under a controlled environment. They're not just like, yeah, I'm gonna fight him. They would never do no shit like, yeah. These is lifetime. Most of these PBC guys has been in the same weight class for a lifetime, bro.
Nine. Do you take any notice? And I'm not sort of discrediting anything you just said. Do you take any notice of the timing though? Like, notice how the timing of Mel Charlo coming back is no discredit to the current title holders, although Baru didn't fight for years. He got elevated. But I would argue that those two title holders are probably not the best fighters that have more recently held those titles, particularly when Bud was holding a WBA. Mel didn't come out of recess to fight Bud for a big payday, right? Mm-hmm. So I just look at a perception and going, well, does anyone rank Xander and Baru in the top 5 at 54? Genuinely. There's probably going to be a cut. Well, so if there's easy pickings there by perception, not by criticism, the timing sort of says something to me, Nine. Why now? Why not this time last year?
Ask his bank account that. Shit.
Hold up real quick. Shout out my nigga in the chat. The motherfucking worm. What up, boy? Listen, man, I'm just going off of the previous fights out of Jamel and Jamal. The only time I've ever seen Jamel really show up and not give 100%, in my opinion, was against Canelo. Can you call that a money grab? Sure, I'm with you on that. But outside of that, at 54, especially at 54, I always thought Jamel was a dog, and I don't understand why that would change now. And I'm gonna say the same thing for Jamal, in my opinion.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, I don't think them dudes is dogs, man. I think they always enjoyed like their controlled environment.
Yeah, well, you got to remember the only hate that I'm going to put on Jamel, and it's not hate. The only black mark I'm going to put on his career is that he didn't honor his mandatory against Bakram Murtazaliev, and he didn't honor his mandatory against Tim Tszyu. Other than that, he's put everyone they've put in front of him, he's beat, and if he didn't beat him first time, he come back and got his cookies back.
Facts.
And the thing is,
and that's a sign of a nigga that I respect when you lose to somebody and you want to run it back. And he did that shit twice.
You don't see him running after the in-house fight with Fundora, do you? Because what Al is trying to do is send him out there and see if you can get a belt. That's all he tried to do. He's fishing for a belt.
Hey, well, he unless it's the WBC interim, because he want a piece of Virgil.
See what I'm saying?
Nah, I see that.
Fundora right there, though. Remember the easy route? Why should all that shit? Yeah. But he didn't say it, but that's the philosophy of those guys over there.
Yeah, but he can't go that way without him losing his leverage with Champion Recess. He can only stay in his lane in the WBA. The only part about that is next weekend, one of those guys is going to have the WBA and WBO. So he can still enact his WBA clause and fight for both.
Yeah. And DJ, to your point, I think that's probably what we gonna see. Maybe he's putting out fillers to see if they can get a payday, and as long as Al getting a good payday, he's willing to say fuck it. But more than likely, I can see how that plays out, where the winner of Xander and Baru more than likely faces Jermell Charlo.
Well, I mean, from Al's point of view, just based on his previous history, it won't matter who's at 54 and who's the best. They've all got to come through the PBC stable to get a shot at the title, if that's his play. So he's holding all the cards then. Look, I'm speculating. I don't have any inside information, but I'm just looking at what's in front of me, and some of it looks very, by way of timing, very convenient.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there, boss. It really, really does. But I'm also with you too, DJ. I think we aligned on this one. Finally, I feel like we can be on the same page with something. Jermell Charlo probably has enough left to make a little bit of noise in this division if given the opportunity. Maybe I'm wrong, and I'm speculating as well.
Look,
it just appears that that's the best route for him to use his leverage and use that champion in recess to go after the winner of Xander and Baru.
Look, if I'm only saying what I'm saying, if boxing politics is part of what's going on, right? If it's
it
not
always is.
Well, it could just well be that, like Nine said, people have done it. They've just come out of the woodwork for a payday, right? But there are people where ring rust doesn't affect them. We don't know that about Mel Charlo yet because he's never had a big break and then just come back. So the ring rust, if he's been active behind the scenes, keeping up his sparring.
That happens with people when you can see that their careers could clearly over. They come out of the woodworks for a payday. Nobody believes that the Charlo brothers' careers are over.
Well, let me ask you this, and we're not comparing apples to apples, but who was the last guy in recent times that took 3 years out of the game and came back and fought?
It took 3 years.
Yep. Want me to save you the headache?
Hold on. Let me see if I can think of somebody who took 3 years.
Because that's what we're talking about. 3 years.
Manny Pacquiao. He took 4.
Yeah, but he's 40-something, so that's not comparing apples to
I mean, why isn't it?
Conor Ben.
Yeah, Conor Ben too.
Conor Ben's first fight back after 3 years was against Eubank Jr., and it could well be the 2025 fight of the year.
For me, it was.
Yeah. So
yeah. That's the point that I'm making for 9. You proven, you know what I'm saying? We aligned on this one. I feel you. What
I'm saying is it's unknown. We don't know if Mel Charlo is going to come out and he's going to have cobwebs or he's going to be as sharp as you'd expect him to be. We just don't know.
We don't know.
So the only way we know is once he's signed a contract, got in the fight, and let's see how he performs.
And if I'm a betting man, I'm still going to bet that these are competitive fights. I just don't believe none of these guys just come out here and blast Jermell Charlo. That's all I'm saying. Right? They might get the win and maybe even the knockout. That may come later, but it's not going to be a Erickson Lubin fight. I just don't believe that. You know what I mean?
Heavy. I'm your friend. Yeah. I care about you. You should stop. You should stop betting. Matthias, Tim Tszyu, Rolly Romero. You just stop betting.
I won with Rolly Romero. What are you talking about?
Man, you picked the KO, not the win. Don't twist it.
Oh, well, yeah. But no, I'm saying I picked him to win, though. So what do you... Hey, you always trying to shit on me, DJ. DJ, you an undercover hater, bro.
You are a hater.
Yeah, you got a lot of hate in your blood.
Oh, man. Hate.
Let me pour that on you.
Hey. Look,
pour that on you.
Look at who my mentor's been for so long. 913. Right?
Yeah. You gotta stop following that, man. Well, DJ, man, I gotta pull the plug on this one, man. I gotta get up out of here, but a pleasure as always, man.
Thanks, chat.
My guy.
Heavy, RC, Mark, Jab Queen, everyone.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, DJ. Same for the chat, man. I appreciate everybody hanging out with your boy this evening. If you're in here, please smash that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that love. Jab Queen, everybody. Again, shout out my guy, sir, the motherfucking worm. What's up, man?
What's up?
I am out of here for your boy RC, Big TL Heavy Bag TV. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate it. I'll be back Monday, but listen, I'll be dropping content for the rest of the week. Also, if you're interested in the merch, go to the channel store. I got you. And this coming week, RC gonna be in the field and the scrums, getting those interviews for everybody that'll be in the building and for this, of course, Andy Cruz Murataya championship fight for, I believe that's the IBF. Murataya has the IBF, if I'm not mistaken, lightweight IBF at 135. All right, Big Tail Heavy Bag, I am out of here. Peace.
Heavy Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV. That's my little bro.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
So shout out to my man Heavy Bag Boxing.
My boy at Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Subscribe to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Get at my boy Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing, all right? You heard it from me. You heard it here first.
Heavy Bags Boxing. Straight out of Norfolk, baby. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Princeton 412 in the building. Shout out to my guy Trio Heavy Bag Boxing TV. Get your bitch ass in here and hit this bag.
Just go ahead and subscribe to Heavy Bag Boxing TV because he be lit on his channel, no cap.
You are now watching Heavy Bag Boxing TV. Hit the bag.
Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV. Get in here and hit the bag, baby.
You are tuned in to Heavy Bag Boxing. Get your and hit this bag, dude.
You tuning in to Heavy Bag TV. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hey, yo. Get your dumb ass in here and hit this bag.
Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing. It's the one and only Blair the Flair. Woo!
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Zach, Super Jewel, 6-time champion world. I'm giving a big shout out to my home team, Heavy Bag TV. You heard? Keep it live.
This is Showtime Sean Porter, and you are watching Heavy Bag Boxing.
Thank you for watching my dad on Heavy Bag TV.